Rumors are that allegedly Porsha Williams may be experiencing a big betrayal by Andy Cohen. What's going on? Well, I have some new information that may answer that question and more right after this. What's up, kinfolk, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, do me a favor and subscribe. And if you already are subscribed, do me a favor and get notified, so you'll know whenever I upload new videos to the channel. Alright, kinfolk, come on into the house. We have a lot to talk about, and it centers around rumors that allegedly Porsha may be experiencing a big act of betrayal from Andy Cohen. What's going on? Well, I have some new information that may answer that question and more, and here it goes. Rumors are that allegedly Porsha Williams isn't too happy with Andy Cohen. Sources say that Andy and Porsha's relationship could be at its worst ever. Porsha trusts in Andy, said an industry insider. She sees Andy as a big brother in this industry, so I could see how she could be devastated by this move. Andy has always portrayed himself as a Team Porsha member, so this has got to hurt her in a big way, ended the source. This really is public humiliation, said someone allegedly close to Porsha's camp. Betrayal is the word, continued the source. Porsha has always had Andy's back, and she has always been a team player when he needed her to be. So I can only guess that Porsha is deeply hurt by this. So the question is, what did Andy allegedly do that could have Porsha feeling betrayed by his actions? Well, industry insiders believe it may be Andy coming off as a fake friend when he told Porsha she's always welcome back at the Real Housewives of Atlanta franchise. Right now, it seems like that statement isn't so true. Maybe Porsha was always welcome back when Andy made that statement last year, but now a lot has changed. Sources think if this rumor is true, they could see Porsha feeling cast aside by Andy and not holding her down at the network when she needs him the most. Allegedly, Porsha feels Andy was just her boss and work friend and never a true friend of hers. However, other sources say that simply isn't true. Andy has always had Porsha's back. He sees her as an important part of the Real Housewives of Atlanta franchise. So, can he fix it? Sources say he's allegedly trying to, but nothing seems to be working at the moment. Porsha's personal brand is just too toxic right now. That leaves Andy with limited cards he can play. However, sources say that Andy allegedly always made Porsha feel like he was the big boss, the sole decision maker, and also the person who decided who stayed and who goes, and who came back. And if he never stated it to Porsha, she feels allegedly like it was always implied. So, kinfolk, in hearing this rumor about alleged tension between Porsha and Andy regarding Porsha not returning to season 15 of Real Housewives of Atlanta, I can honestly say, if you are to believe this rumor, and if I am to believe it, and if it's, speculation at this point, I could see why Porsha would be mad. And if I'm Porsha, I will be feeling a certain type of way as well. And here's why. It seems as if a lot of promises were made either behind the scenes or implied. And I use that word implied with this particular rumor because this is the first time that we've heard housewives or people behind the scenes allegedly say that Andy's influence at the network was nothing that probably was explicitly said, but it was always implied by actions and by little terms and talking points that made it seem as if Andy was the be-all and end-all of all decisions that were made in regards to the Real Housewives franchises. I think Nene even made that statement as well, if my memory serves me correctly. And also, we have a lot of sources that tell us that, when it came to Nene's power when she was on Real Housewives of Atlanta, it was never explicitly said that Nene was in the ear of producers and in Andy's ear about who should stay, who should go, what storylines people should have, and what storylines people should not have. A lot of people behind the scenes said it was just always implied. And it was always implied by when moves were made, they seemed to always echo sentiments made by Nene some point throughout either the season or after the season. So with Porsha, if I'm her and I'm knowing all this behind the scenes information and thinking to myself, well, Andy is the sole decision maker, or Andy has all of the power of who stays and who goes, then if he tells me I'm always welcome back to come to the franchise whenever I want to, then I would think, okay, he has that power, but I'm not back this season, so what's going on? And it leads me to the next part of this rumor that I could probably see as being factual, and it's this. Porsha always acted in the off season of her being in between her own spinoff and this season Real Housewives wrapping up, as if that she knew that she was coming back to the franchise this season. Even when she did interviews, it was always very carefully orchestrated. She was always showing love and support to the ladies. Never had a foul thing to say about them. Was always speaking up about how the ladies were doing a good job this season, unlike the things Phaedra said. And so one part of this rumor where my sources say that Porsha probably feels hurt by these actions is because she's always been a team player when asked of her. And for the first time in this offseason, I can't say I have seen Porsha being a team player. She hasn't down-talked the network or the franchise like other past housewives have done when they're no longer on the show. It really does seem like she took a play from Kenya's playbook. However, some people are arguing that she may be doing that simply because she really wants back on the franchise and that her spinoff has allegedly been canceled along with her wedding special. But by the same token, I noticed all these things and her doing all those things before an announcement or decision was even allegedly made about whether she should get her spinoff for a second season or not. So, if I'm Porsha, I'm thinking to myself, I'm being a team player. I'm doing all the things that, that have been told to me in certain many words to do in order to remain in good standing with the network. So why am I not back? Then it leads me to the next part of this rumor that I could possibly see as true. And it's this. Portia's brand right now is very toxic. As my sources are saying here, that type of branding right now just doesn't leave Andy with a lot of cards to play. Now, with that being said, is that completely Portia's fault? One could say yes, because of the way she rolled out her relationship with Simon and the way she rolled out her own spinoff. But at the same time, if you're Porsha and you've been in this industry and in this network for so many years and you know how things work behind the scenes, or allegedly feel like you know how things work, then you're probably thinking to yourself, no matter how bad of a job I do on the off season, I'm always going to be asked back because Andy likes me. And we've seen that happen with her in the past when she attacked Kenya. They demoted her to friend of the show, but the following season they brought her back as an official peach holder. So in Porsha's mind, this is the way things work at Bravo. This is where they have always worked at Bravo. So why aren't they working now? Now, I'm of the belief that Andy actually does want Porsha back. I'm also of the belief that he's working behind the scenes to get Porsha back on the show this season. A lot of rumors are saying that he's doing just that, allegedly, playing Porsha's advocate to the network and producers. It's just that nothing is sticking right now. So if I'm Porsha, I would honestly say, you know what? It's time for me to take some self-evaluation and look into the mirror and see what have I done to cause my brand to fall out of favor with the network, and what could I do now in order to fix it so I can help assist Andy with getting my peach back. Now, this seems like a logical approach. However, it is Porsha, and we've seen how it's very hard for her to reroute course when she's in full, Porsha mode, and we saw that with her rolling out of her relationship with Simon. So, with that being said, Porsha also has something else working against her that I think that she hasn't realized just yet, and it's this. This is a whole new set of producers working on the Real Housewives of Atlanta franchise right now. And a lot of them may not be aware of the past history and the nature of Andy and Porsha's relationship in the past. And with that being said, they probably don't see an immediate need to bring Porsha back without having that background knowledge. For them, I can only imagine they're saying, this is our group of ladies who we have invested in, and we're going to keep investing in them because we don't have any prior relationships with any former housewife. We just know what we believe in, what we're investing in, and what we're trying to make work here. And I think Porsha doesn't realize that that is a big part, I think, of the reason why she has not officially been asked back yet. And I don't think it really has anything to do with Andy being, quote unquote, an alleged fake friend or betraying her in any type of way, because he couldn't follow up on his promise for her to always have a spot on the show as a peach holder, or just always have a spot on the show, even being a friend of the show. But Kinfolk, I want to know what you guys think. If you are to believe these rumors, it's all speculation and all alleged information at this point. But if you are to believe these rumors, do you think Andy has betrayed Porsha because she's not officially on this upcoming season of Real Housewives of Atlanta? Or do you think that's all Porsha's doing and the bad branding she has been experiencing over the past couple of years as the reason why she is not back as an official peach holder on the next season of Real Housewives of Atlanta? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Alright, Kinfolk, as always, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys over on the next one. Peace.